today is much different than even 10 years ago. So you've seen a lot of change. And on your opinion, do you think it's good or bad, especially specifically technology?
Oh God. Let me go into. Well, let me tell you this. In 1921, there still was horse and buggy horse carriages for ice and milk. This is 1921. So during the 20s, they were still phasing out the horses.
Oh my gosh!
Of course, they were way along in vehicle traffic with the T Ford and other type, but the main one was a T Ford, which I had a lot to do with my father and I, because we had a T Ford in the 20s. The things I've seen in my 97 years are unbelievable.
I can't even imagine.
You can't imagine. When in the early 20s, my memory tells me, in order to have a radio, you had two batteries, an A battery and a B battery, under this radio. Of course, later on, when I was in electronics, the A battery was for the filament voltage, and the B battery was for the plate voltage. Okay, and then all of a sudden, maybe it was the middle of the 20s, we could plug it into a 120 volts outlet.
Oh my gosh!
Can you imagine going from these two batteries out underneath it, and they were massive batteries?
I'm sure, yeah.
To plug it into 120.
Oh my gosh!
So that you think that's something? Well, I've actually cranked a T Ford.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Before I was 10 years old, and boy, you better do it right, or you'll break your arm.
That's how you.
When I was younger, I had to. On the T Ford, you got two levers. One's for retarding, and one was for gas. And you retarded, and the gas is down, and then Dad would be out there cranking it, boom. And as soon as it started, you put the retard up because you wanted to go to whatever, advance, and then you work the gas to make sure it caught good.
Oh my gosh!
And if you failed on that, boy, you got a little Hades from your father, let me tell you. But this is a side thing. What have I seen? I've seen the Salk vaccine. It did away with infantile paralysis. I've seen penicillin, and sulfate drugs. I've seen an airplane go from to supersonic to double-decker planes that are made in Europe. I've seen us land on the moon. I've seen, and all this I've seen, but let me tell you, what's happened in the last 10 years is unbelievable.
Really?
It blows my mind. In 1948, the Bell Laboratories developed a transistor, a semiconductor, silicon, which is an insulator and when you combine that, you had different devices like diodes, transistors, silicon control rectifier-like deals that replaced the rectifier, the rectifier, all that was, and IC circuits. I was teaching that in school. Today, I'd be lost where we're at.
Yeah.
It all began with the semiconductors and IC circuits, and my wife takes that little goddamn pad, and what she does with it is unbelievable. If we still had relay logic and vacuum tube logic, what's in that little square deal or rectangular deal would take a full room.
Wow.
A complete room.
Yeah.
Of tubes and relay. But you know what about it? It'd be too slow. It'd never work.
Yeah.
It's because with the IC circuits and all the semiconductors and all that goddamn stuff, It's amazing.
No, it's amazing. And one of the I heard on online, they said that a smartphone today has more power than all of NASA, the entire organization back when they landed on the moon. One smartphone has more computing power than the entire program of NASA.
And that's something.
In 1960.
What blows my mind, I don't with all my background electrically and electronically, I have no idea how they have accomplished this, but it's unbelievable.
It's truly amazing.
The other thing to remember is, the big colored TVs with all the big backup and all that.
Oh yeah.
And my wife's sister has one of the largest TVs. I don't know what the size is dimension-wise, but it's massive and it's flat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you almost can handle this big TV by yourself. If you're thinking about things, what you know about, you have to have the three basic colors in order to have, the complete color.
Yeah.
And now you're going to cram all this into that little deal. I could see the tube when it had the sweeping deal on the old-fashioned TV. I can understand that, and the electronic beam would hit the three different dots to give the color and all that. That is easy, but when they went to the flat screen and computer control, I'm lost. I'll tell you for sure.